In this segment, I'll show how easily I can adapt the plan I just created to unexpected daily changes. I just found out that another standard has been added to our upcoming Math District Benchmark test. So now my plan's got to change. When I look through my calendar, I can see that I've got a little time at the end of this unit before the Math Benchmark test. I'd like to create a little space for instruction before the tests, so I just right-click, select Move All Lessons for this day, and I just want to move my math lessons, not my language arts lessons, so I'll unselect that and select Move, and now the Master Teacher Edition pushes out my entire plan, giving me that day I needed for additional instruction. Now I need to create a new lesson to cover the standard that's going to be appearing on the test. So I just select New in that space I created, and the Master Teacher Edition puts the Common Core standards right at my fingertips. We're going to be working on a geometry standard, so I'll select that domain, pick the first standard, that's what's going to be covered, and now here's where the Master Teacher Edition helps me out by unpacking that year-end standard into a couple of lesson-sized objectives. I'll select the first one and add that to my lesson template. So now I've got a rich template with a lot of information I can use to design a great lesson. I've got the learning target right here, a student-friendly I can statement related to that. I'll just give this lesson a name. And down below I can see that I've got a bunch of suggested activities and resources that are tightly aligned to this standard. So I'll just remove the ones I don't want, and now I'm good to go. Everything's under control, at least for the moment. After instruction, I find out that I'm really going to need to spend a little more time on that topic, so I'd really like just to take today's lesson and do it again. Well, thankfully, the Master Teacher Edition can make that really easy as well. I'll just select the lesson, repeat it, and now the same standard and learning target's been put into a copy of that lesson, and all my other lessons have been moved out accordingly. Now I need to figure out something new and engaging to do with my students tomorrow. So I'll just open that lesson and use the lesson builder that Metria's Master Teacher Edition includes, which puts all the resources at my fingertips to create a great lesson. There are some other activities that we didn't do yesterday here that I think I'll select for today, and some additional resources that we didn't use yesterday as well. I'll add the vocabulary list to the lesson and select Add. And now when I save that, I've got a great lesson that I can do tomorrow as well. Change is a constant when you're a teacher. The Master Teacher Edition helps me roll with the changes. It saves me time and reduces my stress levels. In the next segment, I'll show how the Master Teacher Edition helps me make sure my students stay on track to achieving standards mastery.